Hello, Live Wires. Heather Boyd Wire here. Wire Lady TV every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Today it's Thursday because I had something yesterday. And we are going to make some heart jewelry for Valentine's Day. And as always, I'm just going to adjust my setup here so you guys can see my table. Hopefully it won't be upside down. Oh, yay, it worked. I wasn't sure if that was going to work so well, but it worked fine. So let me move the camera down so we have a white space. Hi, Amber. How are you? You're so quick. So I also have to get this cord out of the way. So I'm going to move that. Make sure everything is set up fine. We're all attached. I think we are good. Perfect. That worked better than I thought. Awesome. So so thank you guys for waiting an extra day for the live stream. Thank you to Amber for always moderating the chat and being available today. So if you guys don't already know, Tree Sap Girl is Amber, and she's the moderator of my channel. And hi, Corey. How are you? Corey's been making some beautiful things from the live stream. I love your gardening stuff, Corey. Those were awesome. So last week we made the hearts, this kind of anatomical heart. I had a moderate reaction to those. I think a lot of people found them a little gruesome, but c'est la vie, it's art. And hi, Susan, nice that you could hop on. And then this was another design I had was for the lungs, which I'm not going to do this week because I'm going to play off the idea maybe of doing these flowers because I thought that was really cute. I really want to do this one day as like the half with the veins and half with the flowers, but I'm going to do an actual heart with flowers. And what I'm going to do is show you guys a brooch that I did previously. This is already on my channel, which is the beaded heart pin. So I thought I'll try with the basic shape because it's not easy making brooches out of wire. So I thought it would be fun to do some for Valentine's. And just so show you quickly, those are my materials, but here's the heart, a better picture of the heart there. Of course, it's going to go on now like that, but you can watch that tutorial if you like to do that kind of beaded heart pin. It's a nice classic pin. And then to make pins with wire, I have these awesome pins that I use, and they're straight pins. So they're not like bar pins where you have to either glue them or sew them on. These are much more discreet. They just have a little line. So they're really good for jewelry making with wire. I've never seen these in the stores. I bought them at my wholesaler years ago, and they actually had to order, I think, 10,000 pins or something. I had to order a minimum amount for them to manufacture them in China. So I have a lifetime supply of these pins that I put in my Etsy DIY shop. So if you guys want pins like that, I'll link it up below. So what we're going to try to do is just do the basic pin and then try to fill it in with flowers. And hopefully that's going to work well. We're going to see, and we should probably measure this and have a moderately accurate amount for that. I'll just open that up. So why don't we start with, I think 10 is plenty, probably plenty for this. So we'll start with 10 inches of the 18 gauge wire. The original pins I made were aluminum when I used to make these. I actually used to make these and sell them, but I don't make that kind of jewelry anymore so much. But I'm pretty sure I used aluminum wire for the base. So we're going to see. We're going to start here. I'm going to try to keep my hands on camera today. And the idea behind this is we can do it straight up, or I could even do a loopy at the bottom too. I mean, that might be cute as well. What if we did a loopy? The other one, I didn't do a little loopy. But we can try that. Why don't we? I always like to try something a little different. So I'll just try a little loopy at the bottom. And these aren't exactly Mimi hearts because I'm finishing them at the top so we could use the pin. And then if we're going to bring these ends in, I have to decide how big I want to make this too. But it'd be fun to make brooches. They're nice. They make nice gifts for grandma and or for your mom or for anybody for that matter. So we're going to take this in and bring them in like that. And I always chuckle when I say grandma now because I'm grandma age, and my sister's a grandma, and I'm a great aunt. So there we go. So if we start like that, I remember how I did this because it was a long time ago that I did this pin design. So what if we just bend this one end back, the shorter end, I think. So we're going to do this and bend this straight back here. Okay. And then this one, we're going to bend it around here like that. Okay. And secure it. So then we have the two sides attached. They're kind of attached in the middle. So I think what I did before, it's all coming back to me. We're going to bend this one back up here. I'm finally grandma, and I'm loving every second. Oh, that's so nice, Susan. How old is your grandchild? That's really awesome. So we're going to bring this one around here. And there we go. I recently made a heart brooch. My first one. That's so cool. Awesome. Did you post the pin in the group? I lose track sometimes. I saw your sword. I saw your what was it? The sword, the snowman, and the garden tools. So there we go. So here is a basic shape, bringing, and you can bring it down a little bit more. So that's a basic shape, bringing the wires back here to attach the pin. Now we're going to see if this is going to work. Actually, you know what I think I did on the other, when I first used to make those pins, I might have even put a bar pin on them. I'm not sure, but the idea is you want to put a pin here. So it's going to actually show a little bit. That's the problem. But I guess you could also put it this way if you wanted to. I didn't think about that. Maybe we should put it that way instead, because I usually would attach it at the top, but now I'm wondering if we could do it this way. Why don't we try that? Let me just see how that's going to work, because the live streams are all about experimenting. So if I bring that one in here and bring it in there, that might be a better bet to attach it. And then what's going on with this piece here? Maybe this piece we can just trim it off. I'm just trying to see what this one's doing. So what if we bring that one around here? It's going to bring that one down here. Yeah, I'm going to try something different. We're going to bring this one here. And then if you want to see how to attach it the other way, just go to the other tutorial. So we're going to clip this one here. Mirta, yay! No sound. Hopefully your sound will come back. I hope so. So here's the basic heart where I've attached it. And then now we want to attach this pin. So usually what I like to do is help it out a little bit with the pliers. So we'll just bring it across to help it out a little bit. And then we're going to pop this one on. And we're not going to do a long live stream today, guys. We're just going to do a little quickie, and just because it's at not a regular time. So I'll try to at least get this one done. I could have maybe done it a little bit bigger, but that's okay. So I'm just attaching the pin right now. And we're going to bring this one in. And like I said, if you prefer to attach it in the other way, you can. And I just want to keep it simple. So what if I just clip it here? Here. It's always a little tricky attaching the pin. I'd be curious to know how you did yours, Corey, for the pin. If you had a separate pin piece, sometimes you can actually use a thinner wire and sharpen it to make it a stick pin. There's all kinds of things you could do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cover this. So the idea is you won't be able to see it so much. So hopefully that's going to work. What if we bring this one down a bit and in? Okay. And then this part here, we would just attach it. I don't know if I really wanted to do that way or not. So let me get a slightly bigger wire, maybe 20 gauge here. Turn your phone off and back on. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. Sometimes when you refresh things, it works better. Okay, so let's go ahead and give that a little bend. And the idea is we want to attach this. So what would happen if we just bring this one around a little bit to attach it. I could have used 22 as well, but I don't want it too flimsy. So we're going to bring that one around here, around, and then up here. Up 1 and 2 here. Okay, so we've attached that in a couple of places. Hopefully it's going to be solid, because the trouble is sometimes it flips around and then that gets to be a bit of a drag. What if we just wait? I'm going to bring this one around here. So what if we bring the wires out to either side? In any case, I'm going to slightly cover the pin. So if we have it over to either side, here and here, and then we want to center it, let's try that. So we're going to just hold that here, center it, and bring this one around here, around here, and then this one over to this side. Hopefully that'll work. I should have told Lisa that I was going live today. Hopefully she saw the notification on my Heather Boyd Wire channel, because I tried to put in the community center when I'm going live. So hopefully she saw that and is going to hop over here, because sometimes we don't get notifications for YouTube. YouTube's apparently funny that way, that they hide notifications or they just don't put out notifications. So I'm just going to twist this around a couple of times. It's going to look a little funny, but if I fill in the heart, you won't see it so much. So let's just try that. Okay, we put that on either side. This looks like it's not going to flip, so that's good. So we're going to push that there and push that one there. So it does look a little bit funny, but I think it's going to function. So that's a good thing. There we go. Perfect. Clip. And, oh, Corey, I use the wire as the pin. Awesome. Can't wait to see it. There we go. So there is our, looks kind of funny, eh? It almost looks like a peace sign. So this is attached. It doesn't seem to be wiggling. Maybe you have to push it up a little bit more. It's a little pushed down and it's catching on the side. So I just pushed it up a little bit. So that should work well. So that looks good. I will just close that up. And what I was thinking would be fun would be to do something like the flowers in there. So why don't we go ahead and do that? I might even use some beads. And I'm thinking thicker wire is going to be too thick. But what if we get this smaller colored wire, like I think the 24. So let's see what we have in the way of 24. We have purple. We have pink. We will need some green. A couple of colors of green. And maybe I could go for a little bit of 20 or 22. Well, the 22 we have red. Okay, there. And what else? We have, let's check in to see what we have. Purple, but it's quite dark. This is a pretty red too. The brighter red. And then let me see what we have in the 20. I have this one. This is nice. It's like a fuchsia as well. And I did have a turquoise. If I don't have it here, I have it at the side. So there's some fuchsia and turquoise. Let me find it. And I will use that as well. And I have some, what's this one? Oh, this is a really cheap wire. I could use that. It's very cheap, soft 20 gauge wire. I bought that for my wire comparison video and I can't use it for much. This is Panda Haul, but I can use it for little details because it's really soft. So let's do that. And also let me get the turquoise wire. Oh, and I have purple over here. So I bought some wire years ago in Barcelona, and it is aluminum, anodized aluminum wire. I'm going to move this out of the way. So I will show you guys that. And I would have liked to buy more turquoise, but they require the shipping from Barcelona is insane. So I'm not going to order wire from there again, but I have this beautiful purple and this beautiful turquoise. So I'm going to use some of that, and it's easier to work with because it's aluminum. It's soft. So why don't I cut a bunch of that and see, post it later. Awesome. Okay, so here's a piece of the purple. And actually the purple, it's a little glitchy because it's brittle. And sometimes depending on the temperature that they anodize the aluminum at, it can be really, really brittle. So unfortunately that batch was brittle and can't do much about that. So I have a piece of purple and a piece of turquoise. So why don't we go ahead and use those. I'll put these ones away. I'm trying to stay somewhat organized the best that I can. So we'll do that. And we'll just start making some flowers. So I don't know if I have a rhyme or reason to that. I think we're just going to do some fun stuff and see what happens. I am going to move some of this blue, purple. Don't want to overwhelm here. This one's very thin purple. I like the idea of using the bright color. So why don't we go ahead and, this is actually a really long piece, so I'm going to cut that shorter. And we're just going to start doing some flowers. And then we'll just play it by ear. Yeah, the colors are nice, eh? Yeah, the colors are really, really nice. And the anodized aluminum, I think I only bought turquoise and purple from there. And it was 30 years ago. It was so long ago. And the company still exists. But like I said, they're charging $300 just for delivery. So luckily, there's a lot of other options for wire on Amazon now. Mostly I use the artistic copper wire, but I am a little bit low on some of the colors. So I'll definitely have to order some more colors soon. I'll have to see about that. So there's our, just a basic flower here. And what I can do is do that thing where we do a little spiral in the middle. So we just want to fill this in a little bit. And what's the best way to do that? Oh, yeah, usually I don't know how well this wire is going to, well, you know what? Just trying to think of it if I want it to be able to have the other end go out. So why don't we just try it like this? I'm going to just bend this end in. I really hope it's not too brittle. So we're going to bring that one around and then just, yeah, see, I could see already it's kind of kinking. It just means the wire is really brittle. And so it does like a little sharp bend, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. So there we would have a flower that could be really cute. We can just stick it in there. And what I'll do is I think I'll just go ahead and attach it. The other thing we could is attach it with, we could attach it with some wire to do the leaves with as well. Yeah, if we don't want these lines out here, why don't we can try that. Why don't we just, I'm just going to pull it back a little bit and clip it here. Okay. And if that end you want it hidden, you can push it underneath. Hopefully it's going to go underneath. There we go. Try to pinch it underneath, and then that way that little end will be more hidden. It didn't quite go under, but that's good enough. Okay, so what if we just go ahead and cut these ends. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and clip these because what I want to do is attach it with another wire. We're going to try that. Okay, so there's the a little flower, and let's get some green. I don't think I have 22. I should really write down the colors we need. That's what we really need to do. So let's do that. This time a conscious effort to write down our materials. So in the 22 gauge, we need green. I'm going to keep a list if there's any 20 I need and 24. So let's do that. Yeah, because 20 gauge in green is going to be a little hard, maybe, although it might not be too bad. I do have 20 gauge green. Excuse me. Which one's softer? There's that one, and try this one. Let's see how soft it is. Because I'll use the softer one. Yeah, 22 gauge green would be very practical. That's a little stiffer. Sometimes, even though it's the same gauge, same brand, some can be a little stiffer than the others. This one's pretty good. We can try that one. Okay, I'm going to cut a piece of this, and I might end up just going with the thinner wire, but we're going to see. So if we do some leaves, we're just going to bring that in here, and then zoop, zoop, and try that a bit. Okay. There, and then we can, I think it's going to be a little thick. I'm going to try the thinner wire too, just to be sure. Let's try the thinner wire. Oh, we could also do some beads maybe. Okay, let me take this. I'm going to just go grab some beads, and we're going to see. Waiting for a dark blue wire. Ooh, nice for hockey. That's cool. Okay, so I got some green beads. These are Allison's beads. She's always there when I need her. There we go. So we're going to get some beads and see what we can do about, yeah, for hockey, I actually did the Canadians logo with beads and wire years ago with the kids at the school, but you have to be careful with those because a lot of those are, I mean, they are copyright protected, so I wouldn't do a tutorial for that or anything, but it was just to do with the kids. It was really fun. So what happens if we just stick a little bead on here? That might be a little big, but we can try it. And if we just do, see if that's going to look like a leaf. I usually just do the leaves with wire, but what if we just did the beads? Might be cool. I don't know if we should go around it as well. I mean, we could also wind it around with wire. Let's try both ways and see how it looks. Okay, so if we try another one, and this is where we do the experimenting around here. And what would be what would a live stream be out like without experimenting? It would not be the same. So we have to have some things that work and some things that don't work. That's just how we do things. So now instead of going around once, I can go around twice like that. And maybe we should make the end a little more pointy. So we're going to try that. Okay. There. Looks like a leaf. And around here. Cool. I like that. And so now I don't like this one anymore, but I could probably fix that. So we're going to bring that one around here. Okay. And, ooh, I do like that. Okay. And why don't we try to backpedal with this one? I wonder if we can. I don't know if we can or not. We might be able to bring that one back up here. And I'm just really going to wing it here. So we're going to bring that one up to the front, maybe up here, around here. Ooh. Oh, okay. There it did. It came undone just by chance. Okay, so we're going to bring that one around here, up here, and I'm going to get rid of that. Perfect. And we're going to bend this one down here. Yeah. I should probably write on my Heather Boyd Wire Facebook page that I'm live too. That would be good. I don't know if you can stream simultaneously to Facebook. That would be cool. I should try that. Maybe I could try that next time. If I can stream simultaneously to Facebook. That could be cool. Look at how good those leaves look. I like them. Okay, let's try a little more. Bend it down. Okay, and then we're going to bring this one up again and get another bead. So just see how I'm going to do that. Now, bear with me for a second. I'm going to just try to, whoops. Oh no, I can't do that. I'm going to open another browser. Zip. And go to YouTube, go to my channel, make sure the sound's off, channel, and live. Oh, there we are, live. So I'm going to cut that URL, go back to the stream, 2 devices. I won't be able to see comments on the other one, but maybe I can write that. Maybe I could write that on, and I'll try for next time to. And actually, it will just be a link. It won't actually be live, so it should be all right. We're just gonna go to my page here and there. Go to the page and if I can find it. There we go. Okay, so I am going to happening now. Now, Wire Lady TV live on YouTube. So what does it look like? Oh, yeah, there's a thumbnail, but it's not actually live. So people will have to go over to the channel. I should have done that in the first place. Yeah, so it's just a link. So that's good. That's good. Now let's go back to, there we are. Okay. Split your screen. I think it's good. I think they'll just get a link, and in the future, maybe I could try to live stream from both, but I think this is a better idea. Then I don't have to worry about comments on the other one, because if they comment, it's not going to be at a specific timestamp. So let's just keep going with our leaves. This might take a hot minute, but that's okay. So we're going to do this around here. Zoop. Yeah, I'm afraid I'm not too conscientious about my Facebook page. I'm active in the Wire Makers Club, but I have to admit I'm not so active on my Facebook page, and I should be because it's a business page. So here we are with the leaves, and maybe I'll move this out of the way. I'll take a bunch of beads so we have them, and then I'll move this pot out of the way. I don't know how many, whoops, that's the wrong one. I don't know how many we're going to do, but I will get a bunch of these because we might want to do a bunch of leaves. We're going to see. So these are just small seed beads. I don't know if they're the 6-0 or a little bit smaller, maybe 8-0. I think the 6-0 is the regular side. The 11-0 is the small size. So I think these are kind of a regular, just on the small size. There we go. Okay, so let's start with that. I'll move that out of the way. Put that over there. And so we have a bunch of these in case we need them. I'll move them. Actually, I'm going to put them on the lid of this pot so they don't roll everywhere. Okay, there. And I'll put them over there. Okay, so what have we got so far? We have, we're to have sound. Heat wave. Oh my goodness. Well, it's definitely not a heat wave here, but it's not cold. It's really not too bad at all. So we're pretty lucky. It's raining today. So for February 1st, that's really unusual. Okay, I have to plug in my computer because it's going to, oh, and I'm going to have the same issue I had last time, that the power thing wasn't in the right spot. So let's try that. I'm going to plug this charger in. I might have to unplug and plug in the The camera, is it gonna go? Nope, same problem last time. So we might get disconnected for a sec, but just for a really small second. There we go. Is that okay? There. Perfect. Okay, power on. Yay. Okay, let's move this stuff. And let's try to attach the flower. So what I've done is, because I cut the flower, we're going to see if we can just attach it to this piece. See if that's going to work. So what if we just attach it here? I don't know if I want it on the end of the petal. I might want to just do it at the intersection. So what if we hold that one here, and Valentine's, yes. Yeah, people weren't super keen on the anatomical hearts, so we're going with the actual hearts. So we're going to just bring that one around here to attach it, and then we can go ahead and twist these wires again. Okay, and then maybe I'll bring, how are we going to do this? This might or might not work out, but it's fun. So we're going to bring this one here, and maybe I'll do some more. I'll do some more beads down here. Yeah, it's definitely a kind of a work in progress, and we're going to see how it's going to turn out. And hopefully it'll turn out. So we're going to do a few more leaves, and then we'll maybe move on to a different style. But I want to have a little bit of consistency, so we'll try to do maybe 5 or 7 leaves. It's always good to do an odd number. Okay, I'm going to bring this one down, and then we're going to twist this one again. Zoop, zoop. I'm only putting leaves on the one, the longer end. So we're going to go ahead and get another one. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys are working on with your projects. I know Amber's been painting. She just posted some beautiful heart paintings, watercolors in the Heather Boyd art group. So if you guys are into art and you want to join the Heather Boyd art group, I do all kinds of tutorials and stuff on the other channel. And the 10-day watercolor acrylic painting challenge is coming soon. I've already filmed 8 of the videos, and there's 10 videos, and I'll probably post a video every 2 days because acrylic painting is a little more intense than watercolor. So I think to have a challenge every 2 days is going to be better than doing it every day, because that way people can keep up a little better. So if you're interested in art or you want to learn how to do art, you could definitely follow Heather Boyd Art on YouTube and join the group on Facebook. So there we go. Okay, we've got that. To every 2 days. That's what I thought, because every day it's hard to keep up. It's really hard to keep up. And then this way it just gives everybody a little extra time and a little more flexibility. So that's good. But yeah, I'm excited. There's some really cool projects happening in the challenge. Oh, look at that. I forgot to surround the bead again. So I was going to bring the wire up from behind, up here. That's what happens sometimes when I chat too much. I forget what I'm doing. So now let's just surround that bead again. Even if it's a little off, it's okay. And we'll just bend this one down. Whoopsie, get in there. Perfecto. That's not perfect, but that's okay. Bring this one down here. So how many have we done now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do one more. Okay, we're going to bring that one up here. And then maybe one over here. So that'll be 7. That'll be plenty. And then we could work on some other styles of leaves and flowers and stuff. Okay, so there we go. Perfect. Yay, around here. Yeah, yesterday I did an amazing, fun workshop with an artist. Her name is Sarah Pupo, and she's a full-time gallery artist, and she does residencies and gets Canada Council grants and teaches at the Concordia University. And she's a very amazing professional artist. And she was teaching a watercolor workshop yesterday. And even though watercolor is a medium that I know very well, and a lot of the techniques she was doing are very familiar to me, it was super fun. And I always learn something a little bit different every time I do a workshop, because even though I'm a pretty established artist, having a lot of experience and teaching and all that stuff, I still feel like I'm a student of life, student of art. And so I'm constantly taking workshops and things to improve my skills and to increase my knowledge set. So highly recommend, if ever you guys get a chance to do some workshops and things, it's so worth it. So now I'm feeling like this one should go to the other side. So you can make little adjustments depending on what kind of symmetry you want or how you want to do things. So if we have these like here, and then this one, see, I could have twisted a little more. There we go. Sometimes you can just twist them up a little bit more. There. Cool. Okay, so let's try to attach this here. I'm just going to go ahead and bring that one maybe over top, I guess. If I bring it here, see, this is already covering up some of the lines of the pin. So that's a good thing. Some of the leaves are fantastic too. Thank you. How's your sound, Myrta? You can hear us? There we go. There, we're going to bring this one around and around, and we'll clip this. I like the idea of having a kind of a flower garden all within a shape. So having it be in the shape of the heart is really cool. So now what I'm doing is I'm just trying to cover up some of the wire that I use, some of the coiling. And I'm not really sure if I want to cut that end. I might reuse that end again. So we're going to bring this one over here. And what I can do is attach that as well over there. You could either attach it with a piece of green, or you can just get another piece of silver or something. But say you want to attach it with a piece of green. I just got a little scrap, and maybe we can just bring it in and bring it around we literally like kind of tack it in place. So if we bring this one up here and this one around here. The only thing is, when you do this type of thing where you're tacking it in place, you want to make sure your ends aren't sharp. So if we bring it around to the front, maybe better to finish it on the front, and then just give it a little whoops, flick of the wrist just to bend it in there. And this one, if we cut that one at the back, we're just going to bend it so it's hidden. Those little ends are hidden. You can squeeze them in, and that way it's going to hold it in place, and it's pretty discreet. I could have maybe not gone so many times in there, but it's okay. It looks good. It's kind of tacked in there. So this is what we've got so far. We want to kind of keep the integrity of the shape of the heart. So I'm going to try to keep it within the heart as much as I can. And we can always go around with another little wire after if we want. And what I can do here is, I wonder if I can just add some little flowers on here or something. I'm just going to try something. We're going to take this. I'm actually going to take a little bead, maybe a pink one or something. Let's see what we're going to do. Have a great friend. Google. Yes. Nice. Yeah, Google's awesome. So if we take this one in here, or, let me just think. If I have, what color around the outside do I want us to do? I'm going to go for some really thin wire. This is 24. Let's see if that's going to work. Okay, I'm going to cut a piece of 24 gauge. And what if we stuck this here? The other thing is, you can put beads around the outside of this, or wire. So what beads do I have? I don't know if any of these are small enough. Let me just see these. Oh no, those are my green ones. And these ones might not be small enough. Oh, they're not too bad. Let me just see. Okay, a bunch of beads here. Let's see. They're not the best. I might have to get some smaller beads. There's these ones too. I just don't want these to be too big. This one's kind of cool. These are cool. I don't know if they're small enough. Let me get a bunch of these ones. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. These are pretty. It's like a mix of different pinks. So these are seed beads that are about the same size as those green ones. They're pretty small. So I'm just going to try to find about 6 of them that are the same size. Okay. Maybe that one. Okay, let's try that. And what if we got, this one might be a little strong. What about 26 gauge wire? I'm going to bring this wire over here a little bit. I have, because I have a bunch of 26 and 20. Ooh, should I use the green maybe? I guess I could use the green. What I'm just thinking is, what if I just get a really thin wire and got one mixed in here that's not the right gauge. I'm trying to keep them all in order. So here's actually a color that's similar to the beads. This is 26 gauge. Okay, 26, yeah. So let's try that. Let's see if it's going to work. So we don't need a big piece. We're going to just take a piece. What color is this? Peach. That's pretty. Wow. That's really nice. And what we want to do is first, I'm going to bring it over here. It's going to be easier. If we first attach it here, around here. Okay, we're going to go around here. Oh, I'm just thinking for a second. No, let's just try it like this. So we're just going to take this one and do a full turn, and I'll cut it after. And I'm going to put 3 beads. I might need more. 3 beads. And this is what you call it's sort of a sampler of techniques. So if we bring this 3 beads here, okay, and I could have done 4 maybe, but let's try 3, and we're going to bring it around, wind it around once. I've seen bracelets done something like this before. We might have needed another bead there. And then we're going to put 3 more. Okay, maybe I need more, but we're going to see. 1, 2, 3. And then as always, I'll put a photo of the finished work in the community section. Oh, that's kind of cool. So let's go ahead and clip this end and then bring this one around and just around here. So that way we have added a wire, but I'm a little worried it's going to twist. So why don't we not cut it yet? We have this. I should have tightened that up a little bit more. It's a little, I caught it, probably should have put another bead, because look at that. It's a little loosey-goosey there. I'm not quite sure how to fix that unless we went through again. Maybe we can go through again. We can do a little cheat. We can bring that one through and that one through, because I didn't tighten the wire enough. What if we just bring it through again and tighten it up a bit more? Ah, there's a good little hack. There you go. I just tightened it up by putting the wire through another time. That's cool. So now if we bring this over, weaving a bracelet. Ooh, pretty. Oh, see, now I pulled it too tight. and kink the wire, I think, oh no, it's still going to go and it's not stripping the wire. So that's good. So if we bring this one in here, it makes for a cute little flower. I think there's some potential with that. So if we bring that one in here, and if you don't want it to flip, maybe here, that's what we're going to do is bring it back through a couple of those beads. And then maybe one more. And then we can use that wire to attach it. And then it's not going to flip. There we go. Perfect. So we're going to use that wire to attach it to the edge of the heart. And then it shouldn't flip. So that works well. Let's just do it a third time. Around and clip it. Perfect. There we go. Perfect. Stones from something. River, the river and sea. Ooh, sea glass, maybe, or tumbled stones, I guess. I don't know what they call those. Okay, so that looks cute. So there's a little flower there done in that technique. There's one done in this technique. And then maybe we can do a bunch of little flowers or something. So what did I draw on my picture? Yep. So what about if we have some little beads still? I'm going to look back at the seed leaf collection because maybe we can, although maybe I want to do some wire ones now because I want to kind of alternate them. Let's get that pretty turquoise wire. If I can find where I put it, I dropped it. So let's get some turquoise wire and see what we can do. I'm going to grab a sip of water and Amber, just tell me when you have to go to. We're just going to do the one project today. And I can finish it after the live stream if need be. So we're going to take this and how can we do some stylized flowers? What if we just did, I don't know, 3 or 4 little twirlies? I don't know how many, maybe 3, and we might have to adjust it. Oh yeah, we could do 5 actually. What if we do this? 3, 4, 5. Okay, I could have done this on I could have wound it on a little coil thing or something, but that's okay. So we're gonna take this and whoops, there's the peach one. There we go. Yeah, I can't believe how warm it is out today. It's like spring. The lakes were frozen and people were out on the lakes ice fishing, but I sure hope nobody's out there today because they're going to go right through the ice. Okay, so here is a little flower. Okay, what if we just did a bunch of little flowers like that? I don't know if there's a way to attach these. I'm just curious if there's a way to attach these. If I clip the ends, we're going to see what happens. So we're going to clip that end, and then we are going to, should we do 3 or 4, 5 flowers? What if we clip that end? Okay, and cute. How can I identify their names? For the, thanks, Susan. Their names of the stones. I mean, there's probably websites where you could identify stones. I imagine. I used to have a rock collection when I was a kid. I remember that. So we're going to see the blue. I mean, it doesn't super show up the blue, but that's another idea of how you can maybe add some little flowers. It would be cute if they had little beads in the middle or something. I wonder if we could do something. Let's see what I have in the way of the little beads, like a little yellow or something. I don't have much in the way of yellows. The green's not going to show up. Maybe white. White's not very interesting. Okay, and I have a few yellow in here. Okay, so let's just see. Because I do like that idea of using this the little blue one, but let's see if we can have a bead in the middle. Get a little yellow in the middle, but how are we going to get it to stay? What if let's remove that. If we take this here, and we're going to bring this one over here. Oopsies. There we go. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if it's going to stay. What if we did this and just wind it around? I can always fix it after. If I just wound it through, could we go through that bead again? Let's try it. Oh, probably not. I bet it has a really tiny hole. No. Okay, but that's all right. If we just bring it to there and to there. It's interesting. It's kind of holding in place like that. Almost looks like a star. Okay, I'm going to bring that one through again. Around here. You could bring it around twice, I guess. It's definitely interesting. But I kind of want to do a few similar. Okay, what if here, I'm going to take it back again. This so far hasn't broken. What if we do a bunch at once and see if that's going to work? So if we take this, and I will take a piece of maybe the 18 gauge wire. Let's try that. Okay. Susan, we're getting there. Okay, so we're going to take this and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll try that. Okay. I don't know if it's going to be good enough. I'm actually going to clip one end here and take this and try to. Oh, did anyone hear the earthquake this morning? Any local people? Corey, you might have heard it. It was near the border of Cornwall in Huntington. It woke us up at 7:37. There was a 3.7 Richter scale earthquake, which of course didn't do any damage, but it was surprising. At first I thought it was a truck, and I'm like, no, it's an earthquake. So that was pretty cool. Waking up to an earthquake. Yeah. So it was near I don't know, 45 minutes from Montreal, I guess. Yeah, I've driven around that area before. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we don't get big earthquakes here. The worst we get is freezing rain, which is annoying because we've lost power for up to 4 days because of freezing rain. But we don't get any major things. One time there was a tornado warning, but it was a bit of a joke because we don't actually get tornadoes here. So we're pretty lucky. We live on the island of Montreal, and it's a bit of a microclimate. And it doesn't even really get cold anymore. So it used to. We used to, in the car, you would see the temperature used to go down to minus 33 Celsius, but we don't have anything like that anymore. It's slightly frightening because of the global warming, but also I'm not going to complain about not freezing my butt off. So there we go. So we're going to bring this one around here. What I'm trying to do is to try to make maybe 3 flowers and see if it's feasible to do 3 flowers. This one should maybe go underneath and then add the things after. You're at the cottage and you felt it? Cool. Yeah, I had no idea. I remember feeling a earthquake when I was a kid. I was at home and my dad and I were the only ones home, and I remember hearing it. and being slightly freaked out. But, you know, like I said, we don't get anything too big here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that'll be it. Then we're going to cut this. And did not feel it. Okay, Mark didn't feel it. He slept right through it. And Mimi heard it, felt it. So I'm usually a pretty heavy sleeper, but I definitely heard that. Yeah, I'm the one that wakes up in the night and has to pee and then forces herself back to sleep without getting up. And Mimi and Mark can hardly believe I can do that, but I just do not like getting up in the night, period. It just, I don't like a broken sleep. It just discombobulates me. And so that's what I do. And works well. There we go. Perfect. So now we have a little set of 3 flowers, which is kind of cute. Now, can we get little beads in the middle? That's the question. Let's see what we have for little beads. Little green's cute too. So we have green. We want little one. Tornado recently. Woo. Oh man, that's not good. Yeah, you don't want trees coming down. Yeah, we have a lot of really old trees in this neighborhood, and so when there's freezing rain, our power goes out because they pull down the power lines. So last year there was a freezing rainstorm in April, and people were sleeping at the community center because they had no power for 4 days. But that's a little too much togetherness for me, so we went to Ottawa to stay with my parents. Don't really want to sleep in a community center with a bunch of strangers. I guess if you're desperate, you know, you would do it for sure. There we go. Okay, so let's see what we can do with those. I'm going to grab another little sip of water. And see if we can. Maybe we should do another couple of beads. Let's do a couple of more leaves just to separate the flowers so they're not right beside each other. So I will go ahead and do another flower or leaf here. We'll bring that one around there. And that way we'll just gives it a little bit of separation between the 2 kinds of flowers. And if you guys make this, I am going to be so excited to see what you create because it's definitely a fun project. So let's go ahead and twist this one around the stem, around here and here. So Corey, that's cool. You can stay at your cottage. So it's a year-round cottage then. That's great. Ours is too. My parents have a cottage and you can stay there in the winter, but we close it down in the fall. These are adorable. Thank you. So yeah, we close it down in the fall because nobody really goes in the winter. Last winter, my nephew went up and stayed there all winter. He was studying, and his girlfriend was working online. So they stayed the winter at the cottage, but generally we don't do that anymore. We used to go up and ski in like March, April. I guess it would be in February, March probably. Oh, see, I forgot again. Why do I keep forgetting to do the surround on the leaf? No worries. We'll just go back and do it. No biggie. Okay, so now my stem's a little thick because I went back over it, but that's fine. Nobody cares. And also it helps to fill in the space. Okay, so there's a couple of leaves there. This little guy's wiggling. I'm going to have to figure that out. And how are we going to attach this little cluster? That's the question. So what we want to do is bring the wire through one of these petals and bring it right down. The blue doesn't show up the best with the green, but it's all right. So we're going to bring this one around here. Okay, that'll go here. Now, can we put a little teeny bead there? Let's see if it's going to hold in place. Green is perfect. Super cute. Thank you. Peaceful. Yeah. Wow. Nice. So we're going to bring this, and then let me just bring it underneath, I guess, and then up. So we got it over there, and now we're going to just bring it over to this. Maybe I'm just going to skip underneath because we're not going to really see it that much. So I just actually put that wire underneath over to the other side. And now we'll put another little middle bead for the flower. Okay, so now we've got this. Tell me if my hands have been okay staying in the screen. I have my elbows sort of propped on the table. So that seems to be helping to keep my hands in the same position. In French, you say it's they're accoté. Accoté is I guess, kind of propped. Sometimes I have the words in French and not in English, which is silly because I'm an Anglophone. But that's how it rock and roll sometimes. So now we're going to do a third one. Okay. I've been centered. Yay! Thanks, guys. Perfect. So now we've got this one to that side, and we're going to bring this down because I'm going to go down here. Yeah, I think that's the key, is to keep my arms like in a set position so I don't go off screen. So we've got that and that. And I might have little red marks on my elbows, but that's okay. So now, see, we've attached them. Like I said, it slightly clashes with the green, but it shows you a method of doing those flowers all with one wire. So the blue is all one wire, and then I've added the little yellow things after. So that's cool. I could even surround the whole thing after with a little border, I guess. This one, we have to fix this one because it's wiggling around. And it probably could use some other colors in here, maybe other types of flowers. So let me see what other types of flowers we can do as well. And I'm going to get some more green to kind of attach that purple flower in place. And I don't know if I'm going to do more of the bead leaves. Why don't we try, this is a different color green maybe. Change it up. Is that the same? Can't tell which is which. Wow, they're so close in color. I think that we'll use the darker one just to change it up a little bit. So pretty, thank you. Blue and yellow. Aw, nice. Black and red from last week. Yeah, that was fun. I love those hearts. Like I said, they were a little too gruesome for some people, but I thought they were awesome. So now we have this one. And how can we do some more leaves? The other way you can do leaves, we can try to do some fern-like leaves and see how that works. So what if we, moon yellow, wedding colors. Aw, that's so sweet. I love that. Cool. I never got married, but that's okay. That's not really, I'm not a traditional type of gal. So I don't even know what a wedding for me would look like. It probably would look very silly. So it's probably just as well I didn't have one. But Mark and I have been together for 34 years. So our anniversary is from the day we met in Old Montreal. So, and Amber, you have an anniversary coming up. So you did say, I think it was 5 days before Valentine's Day or something. That's pretty cool. I like that. Very nice. I'm just playing with this, guys. I'm not sure I'm going to go with this for the ferns because it doesn't, yeah, these are looking a little too wiggly. Maybe I'm going to try something else for the ferns. Oh, I could also, wait, I can do this and then adjust them. So let's do this. and that. And let's see. Okay. High school bedroom. Oh, that's fun. My high school colors were purple and gold, so I guess purple and yellow. I don't know why they chose those hideous colors together, but hey, look more like mustard. Anyways, I wasn't super involved in high school, so it did not bother me whatsoever. Yeah, I was wouldn't say an outcast, but my friends did not go to the same school as me, and I just, I don't know, wasn't my thing. High school is not for everybody. Okay, this is a different way to do a kind of a fern thing, I guess. We can try something like that. What I might do is kind of attach these together somehow. I'm just playing with this for now. We're going to see here. Feb 9th. Cool. Aw, that's sweet. Very nice. My dad's birthday is the 10th. And my dad is going to be 99. So we are having a little party for him. I can't even believe I'm saying that out loud. 90. How is that possible? It's pretty amazing. He was skiing up until his early 80s. And, they're still pretty good. I mean, he's got a bit of a bum knee, unfortunately, from all those years of skiing. But both my parents, knock on wood, are in pretty good shape. So I'm going to go see them tomorrow. Here we go. So round and around and then around. I'm just playing with this. I kind of went back in with the wire to work my way back up with it. So you can just play with these leaves and foliage, I guess you would call it. So let's see how it looks. There we go. So we've got the little foliage. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, we're very, very blessed. Yeah, so there is this, and I have to make a cake topper for him, actually. I made one for his 80th birthday, and I want to make one for his 90th. So I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do with this here. Maybe I'll just try to attach it into one of the petals, because this thing is flipping. So I'm just thinking I need to attach this to get it to stay in place. So we're going to bring this one in here. Zoop. And see if that's going to work. So if I bring that here, I could also do a kind of a chaos wrap thing, I guess. I'm not sure what this is doing, but I'm going to try to attach it like that. Okay, so we have the petal is attached. This is the thing I'm not sure what I want to do with this. It looks a little funky. I'm not super convinced about that. So let's pull that one back. But you never know until you try. So we're going to take that one out here. Show us when it's done. Yes, 100%. I will definitely post a picture when it's done. I guess if I have the idea, I could work on it on the live stream next week. I'll have to see I haven't decided what direction I'm going with it. Last year I did the numbers. 10 years ago I did the 8-0. So I'll have to see what I decide to do for that. So what if I just take this and bring it over here to hold it in place? I'm just wondering about that. Because the other thing we can do is just take this and bring it here. And what would happen if we just brought some green beads in there like that? It might be a little much, but we're going to see. So I'm going to go in here and see what other green beads I have. I have this one. I have sort of a weird mix of beads. I don't know which ones. I have teeny ones too. Look at how small these are. Wow, these ones are so small. What if I did something like this? And just bring it to the inside. Just did a bunch of beads maybe. Yeah, because if you want to try to just fill it in with some beads, you could try that too. So we're going to just bring that in, see. I don't know if that's going to work or not. Or you could also do that chaos wrap thing. See, we can just try that where we just throw a bunch of beads in there and bring this one through. Okay. And Amber, you let me know if you have to go, because I can always finish this after. So we've got, it's kind of interesting. Just filling it in with beads a little bit. I mean, we could try that. Maybe I'll just, oops, one of the beads fell off. Okay, I'm gonna try some more beads, little one. Here we go. I don't know where all the dark ones went. Okay, here's one. Okay, let's bring that one in. Okay, and whoops. It's not going in too well. There we go. Oopsies. Yeah, not sure about that. Okay, let's pull that back again. Okay, so let's just try something else. That's not quite doing what I wanted it to do. So let me just think of, I definitely want to attach that. So why don't I just gonna get the same wire we had before. Green's your favorite color. That's nice. Yeah, green is such a nice color to represent nature. So let's take this one and bring that and just attach that for now. We're going to just attach that and get that to hold in place, that one. And then this one too. I just don't want the flower flipping all over the place. Okay, and I should probably take those out of the way. Okay, so we've got the flower. So far we have 3 different kinds of flowers. It's definitely interesting. And then over here, we could also try that chaos thing and see how it works just to fill in space. And it doesn't have to look like anything, but it can just give it a bit of whimsy. That's the interesting thing. So if we take this and try to do a bit of the chaos wrap here, and then bring it around, because that's the other thing. I don't want to use too many beads either, because I always like the focus to be on the wire. So if we do that, it definitely gives it an interesting little look. Okay, and we might have to straighten it out a bit. And then we're going to bring this one up here. And now we can do, again, we might have to start, let's get rid of these beads. Get them out of the way. Clear the workspace. Okay. Phew, we can breathe. So let's go ahead and start the curve on this one, just to start it. And then we can go around and do the little bit of chaos wrap here. And I'm trying to do it tightly so it fills in some of the space. And bring that one in here, there, and there. Okay, so that's interesting. Definitely gives it a little bit of je ne sais quoi. And there we go. I think that's the French expression, which doesn't make a lot of sense in English. Gives it a little bit of I don't know what, which is interesting. And then I guess if you do want to affix the leaf here so it doesn't go over. You can always give it a little nip there. You could just give it a little bit of a tack. Just tack it in place. This is really about improvising. Yes, I will definitely post a photo of this in the community section so you guys can see it. And then let's bring this one in and do one last spiral here. I probably should have done this in a contrasting green. It might have been a good idea to have different shades of green, but really, like I said, this is almost a sampler, so you guys can use the bits you want and go with it and do your own thing with it. I had a heck of a time trying to attach the roses to the edge of the heart I made for friends. Good thing I still have muscles. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's always challenges, that's for sure. Definitely challenges. There we go. So I'm going to bring this one. I probably should have cut this wire a little bit longer because I won't be able to wind it around the edge, but at least it'll show you, the possibilities. And say you have a little end and you don't have enough room to attach it, you can always tuck it underneath so it's not sharp. So we just tucked it in there. There. Okay. So that's, you see, we've kind of filled in that area. Not sure I love the way the green looks on the intersection of the flower, but you can also move this thing to cover that intersection. So there's always little things you can do. And then we've got these leaves going. We're going to bring that one down there. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. We're trying to cover up the pin. We've got these. I mean, you could even dangle a little bead down there, but let's put something else. What else can we put in there? I'm going to grab a little sip of water here. Let me show it to you guys closer. Maybe on a white surface or something. Here. Let me just bring it up so you can see it a little better. I can even poke it in here so you guys can see. So here is what we have so far. So we'll have to, I find it a little monochromatic. I think we need a little more color in there. And this really bothers me, that little purple or the little line of green on the flower. So I'm going to try to bring this over a bit. I don't know if I can though. I'm going to have to bring this one maybe down a bit. Could kind of bring it down. It's not totally covering the green, but yeah, we can try to cover it a little bit. It's not the best, but it gives you an idea. Yeah. I just don't want it to snap off because that purple is very brittle. So what I would like is some different colors on there, but maybe red. I mean, red would be a little more contrasty. I'm just running out of colors. I also have the purple, but they're all in the same tone. That's the issue. They're all a little bit in the same tone. So it's a little bit hard to do. So how are we going to do some more little flowers? I guess we could try a rose too. We could try that. Yellow. Yeah, maybe some yellow down here. Yeah, that's a good idea. So let's just try to do, roses are really nice when you twist the wire too. So why don't we try that? We're going to take this, okay, and bring this over here and twist the wire. See how this goes. Twist it. I'm not sure how much we're going to need. We'll kind of measure it a little bit, maybe about an inch and a quarter. There we go. Maybe it's about an inch and a quarter. And then I'm just going to take this. What if we... What if this becomes like the middle of the rose? I don't know if that's going to work. And we're just going to twist it around, I guess. Because usually for the rose, you just kind of twist it around. I'm not sure what that end's doing, but we're just going to bring it around like that. I don't know if it's going to look much like a rose or not, but we can try it. Usually that's one way to do a rose, is just with the twisted wire. And then you can place it, like maybe we could place it over here or something. And maybe we should do 2 of them. So what if let's attach it first. So we're going to bring this here, attach it in a way that it's going to, but we also don't want it too much to go over the edge of the pin, because we want it just to cover inside. So what if we take this, I'm going to take this, hold this here, and bring it around the edge here and here. Okay, so we have one, and then this one, maybe we can, see at the back, we could bring it over, around, and up here. So we're going to bring it around up the back. Oopsies. Here. And then if we bring this over here, and then we can try to do the twisty thing again. Let's try again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, those garden pieces were gorgeous. Lovely collection. Yeah, I had fun with the garden ones. That was really fun. I still have some of the garden ones on the template that I want to do. So we'll do another garden session more in the spring. So now I'm just going to try to do the other rows by just kind of winding it around over here. So then we'll have 2 roses. Okay, so we have 1, 2. There we go. And if you need more, just separate them again and twist them a little bit more. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Okay, so maybe even a little more. Zoom, zoom. Okay, we're going to bring that one around and around here and there. Okay, so they're kind of cool. They're not super differentiated, but if we're going to take them apart a little bit, it's kind of cute and it adds some detail. And then what you can do is you can always just twist the ends around here. Around here. And this one you can twist it around, or you can just clip it, whatever you feel like. So there's a couple of cool looking roses there. And you see they fill up the space quite well. There we go. So we've got the 2 roses there and there. And then these ones, you can move some of these leaves out of the way if you want. So that we're coming along, and it's given a little bit of a spark of color. Now down here, I do like the idea of the yellow. I'm not sure what size yellow I have, though. I might have to go with this bare yellow, because I don't think I have a thin wire that's yellow. I don't think so. I have a lime green, but it's going to blend in. Let's try the bare yellow. Let's do it. We can do like a sunflowery type of thing. Okay, I'm going to have a huge cleanup to do after this. What sizes are these? This is the 26. So I'm going to keep that at the side. This is 20. That's 24. Okay, so I'm going to try to keep these somewhat organized. This was the 24. So let's put the 24s that we don't need back. 22 is going there. This is 24. Oh, this is 20. It's 20. Okay, that can go over there. And this one is 26 was over here. Okay, so just actually, you know what I try to put them in little bags and then put the little bags in the big bags so I don't have to worry about the little ends getting tangled up. This is 24 and 24, 24. Perfect. And I have it written on the bag, 24. Good. Phew. Now we can breathe again. Whew. So there we go. I'm not a clean freak, but there's something to be said about having a clear workspace, that it's much more manageable and less stressful. So here, let's cut a piece of the gold yellow, I guess you call it. And I made up the flowers nice. I'm going to take a closer look, Corey, for sure. Yeah, you did. I think you did pretty well everything we did on that live stream. So now let's try to do something with these. I don't know if this is going to be, if this is even going to pop too much. That's the trouble. But otherwise, I mean, I don't know how else we would do it other than just doing the beads, which we could. But like I said, I don't want to do too many beads. If I had a thicker yellow wire, let me look in here. This is 22. I mean, I could also just do gold. Could do gold. Or let's see what I have in the, let me see what I have in the 20 gauge. I do have this bare yellow also in the 20 gauge, which might show up better. Oh, look what I have. I have yellow wire, but it's 20 gauge. Let's see if we can do something with that. I didn't even know I had yellow wire. Let's give it a shot. It's not a clean freak. It's productive. Exactly. There we go. Perfect. I try. So now, what can we do with this and hopefully have it show up well? So I want it to be kind of more like a sunflower, but I'm not 100% sure with this soft wire that I'm going to be able to get much detail. So what if we just bring it up and up and up? I might change this, but there's lots of yellow, so we're going to see if this is going to work. We're just going to go around like this type of thing for now. And then we're going to see if it's going to work. It might be a little bit big, but we will see. So these are just different methods to make flowers. I could also go around the circle a couple of times. That's another idea, to layer it up a bit. But this might be way too big for the space that we have. But we're going to see. If it's too big, I can do something else. I'm even surprised I had time to do a live stream this week, because yesterday I had that workshop and tomorrow I'm not here. So this was lucky. Okay, so how many of these did I do? I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we can try that. It's going to be a little bit big, but if we go around twice, let's see what happens. Okay, we're just going to keep bringing this around. I mean, it sure is pretty, but it might be a little bit big. But I do like the idea of going around twice and layering the petals. I'm just not sure that. I think if we just kind of push them out individually. Okay, and see how they're going to. Yeah, see, that's a little bit big, but I do like it. What if, let me just see, because let's see how it looks as a single flower thing. Is it going to stand out? It doesn't really stand out as much. Okay, let me just see. What happens if we curve these to make them three-dimensional. That way, that way, that way. This one, I'm not sure what we're going to do with this, but we should probably have maybe a bead in the middle or something, maybe a little black one. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I don't even know if these black beads are going to fit on the wire actually, because they're teeny tiny. Oh, okay, it worked. Well, it's too small. That's way too small. What about a larger black bead? This one might be too big. That's a 4 millimeter. I mean, it really stands out. And what about a seed bead that's smaller? Let's see. I do have some smaller seed beads that might be a little less invasive. Let's take this. And I also have a littler round bead here. Okay, try that. Because that other round bead was a bit big, but what about this one? It's small. Might be better. That could be better. Okay, there's that. But where are we going with this? I'm thinking maybe just a one layer of these might be all right. Okay, so okay, wait, I'm gonna remove that and bring this to the back. I think we're gonna bring that underneath. Okay, I'm going off screen now. And we're going to see how many of these petals we need, because we might not need them all. So let's just keep bending them up, 3D-ish. I guess I could have squeezed them together a little bit more. Okay, and we're just going to go around and bend these up so they're a little bit more three-dimensional. We could pinch these in a bit. There. And this one. And that one. And we're going to pinch that one up. Okay. So how many of these do we need? Can we squeeze them in a little more? That's what I'm wondering. Just going to squeeze them in. Yeah, so rather than 2 rows of petals, I'm going with 1 row, but I am pushing them up so they're a little more 3D-ish. But I wanted to see how many rows that I need. I don't think I need that many. So these ones, I'm going to open that up a bit. Okay. Don't lose that little guy. So we're going to open these ones up a little bit because we're going to probably get rid of that wire. And okay, so now we are going to, maybe we can just use this as an anchor on that side and then get this bead on here. Bring that one in here. So that's in there. This one is going to go out to that side. And this was a little on the large side, but I think we're just going to go with it. We're going to bring that one over here. Bring these up. Okay, bend these ends. Works a little bit better with the tweezer nose pliers because these pliers can get in little nooks and crannies here. There. Okay. Okay, so that's really cool. Let's see if we can adjust it a little bit. And yeah, so that's the flower. It's kind of interesting. Might be a little big. We're going to see. So if we stuck this one down here, it's definitely interesting. It's a little on the large side, but if we brought it in from underneath, we might be able to get it to fit in there better. So I'm going to just move these leaves because we do have a pretty big space there. So we're going to bring this one under here. And keep in mind, you can make this any size you want, and we're just going to attach it to the edge here. So if I bring this one here and bring this one in, we want to keep it simple. So I am going to clip this a little bit and somehow bring this one in there. Okay, I'm going to bring that one in there to attach it. Flip it and bring that one around here. Okay, so we've got it attached on one side, and then this side we want to attach somehow so it doesn't wiggle around. Like we could bring it up to the top, or maybe bring it into the center. I'm just trying to think of the best place to attach this. That's there. What if we brought it over here? Because we don't want it like really showing anywhere. But if we brought it over to the center, if you have it attached in two places, it's going to be more solid. So what if we just bring it up here to this side? We're bringing it to the other side of the pin, the bar pin. We're going to bring this one. Oh, see, now it caught onto the pin at the back. So we're going to unhook it, bring it up here. Okay. And then bring that over here. And then from there, we can just, I guess, trim it. Watch your eyes. I have glasses, so it's a little easier. We're going to bring that one down there. And it's just hooked onto that pin there. So that's all right. And yeah, it pops nice, eh? I like it. I like it for sure. So let's adjust the leaves so the flower sits in a nice spot. Clarice loves sunflowers. She would love this. It's not quite a sunflower the way the petals are going, but I just did that mostly because I didn't want it to be too big, and it gives it a cool little sense of three-dimensionality. So we're pretty good, guys. Let me just check this. Make sure this leaf got a little bit, whoops, sorry. This leaf got a little bit distorted here. So we're just going to fix that. Yeah, there we go. Fix that one up. This one too. So those, we just want the flowers to be decipherable. What I might do now is maybe bring this leaf right over here. That might be better. Let me just adjust these a little bit because some of the leaves are overlapping and stuff. So if we bring this here, yeah, we just want everything to sit nicely. You can adjust the composition a bit if you need to. There we go. I think that's all right. Like these are slightly colliding, but we can also move those ones over a little bit above the rows, maybe. Yeah, just adjust them as you need. This is definitely like a complex piece, but it's turning out pretty well what I thought it might turn out like. And there are a few little gaps, but sometimes it's good to have a little bit of what they call negative space, which is space where your eye can rest. So if you have like negative spaces here and there, it's nice. It's good. And then this part, I think I'm just going to leave with the loop at the bottom. So that's pretty well it, guys. Love this so much. Awesome. Thank you. Susan says, I love everything about this pin. So nice, Heather. And I learned to do another type of flower. Yay. Thank you so much for everything you do. Well, Susan, thank you so much for all your support. And I was happy I was able to tell you the new time for the live stream today because I wasn't sure yesterday if I'd even make it to do it. So this is it, guys. I will put a picture in the community section. And as always, you can interpret the design in any way you see fit. I'm going to flip the screen so that I can say goodbye. And let's hope it's going to work Well, yes, there we go. Perfect. What? Let's see, do it this way. Whoa, there you go. You can see my art corner. Is that good? This thing is funny. Let me just bring it up a little bit. There we go. That's better. Good, so I don't have to be hunched over. So guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you so much for hopping on the live stream. And thank you, Amber, for always moderating the chat. Thank you guys for your great feedback and your comments. I have another video coming on Saturday. Might not be right at noon, but could be later in the day. And have fun with the flowers. Be sure to post pictures in the Wire Makers Club of all your wire work and jewelry. And I will see you guys the next time. And I hope everybody has a great rest of the week. Bye.